Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Sami Sofyan. I am a student in Sriwijaya University Indralaya branch, and I am currently majoring in English education. Now today I would like to tell you about my daily routines and also my likes and dislikes. Now my daily routine, I pick a particular day, and that is Wednesday. So I'm going to tell you about my daily routines, what I do in Wednesday. So I woke up at Wednesday around 4:30. Now usually the first thing I do after waking up is I wash my face, and then I waited and chill, playing with my phone until 5 o'clock, where I pray my morning prayer because I'm Muslim, and as a Muslim we are obligated to pray five daily prayers. The first one is the morning prayer. Then after that, at 5:15, I took a bath and then also eat my breakfast. And then 5:30, I am already good to go. I am already dressed up. I already packed my things. And then I kiss my parents goodbye. I kiss my parents' hand, and then I go to Unsri. I go to Sriwijaya University using my own motorcycle. Now, before I go to my branch of university that is in Indralaya, I have to go to Sriwijaya University Bukit branch, and then take a bus to go to my Sriwijaya University branch that is in another city called Indralaya. At usually around 6 o'clock, I arrive at Sriwijaya University Bukit branch. I park my motorcycle there, and then I walk to a bus stop, find a bus that has at least one empty seat, and then I climb inside and waited for the bus to move. Now the bus usually move when it's already full, so I have to wait until the passengers get inside of the bus, and that usually take around 20 to 30 minutes. Now, at 6:30, the bus finally moved. Now, when we are already on our way to Sriwijaya University in the Laya branch, my favorite thing to do is enjoy the morning winds coming from the outside into the bus through the open bus windows, and also enjoying the scenery outside as we are driving by forests, cities, and yeah, it was pretty fun. At 7 o'clock, I finally arrived at Sriwijaya University Indralaya branch. Now, I usually stop at my faculty, that is FKIP, and then I went to my first class. My first class doesn't start until 8 o'clock, so what I do to pass the time is usually play with my phone or chat with my friends. Now, at 8 o'clock, when the first class started, at Wednesday, usually the first class is speaking for informal interactions, taught by one of my lecturers, Mem Lianasari. Now, the class started until 10:30, where it ended, and then we went to the second and final class. Now the second and final class starts around 20 to 11 or 10:40, and it was basic grammar with Sir Hariswan. The class usually ends at 10 past 1. Now, after the class ended at 10 past 1, me and my friends, who is also from Palembang City, we pray midday prayer first, that is the second obligatory prayer, and then we went to the bus stop, find a bus, and climb inside again. As usual, the bus took around 30 minutes before it finally moved, so around 20 to 2, we are on our way back home. Now the bus arrived in Unsri because Sriwijaya University Bukit branch at 10 to 3. After that, when we arrived, me and my friends parted ways, say our goodbyes, and then we went back home. Except me, I went back to my grandmother's house to wait for my mother. Now, my mom usually go back home from work. But before she goes back home, she went to my grandma's house to cook some food for my nephew and cousins, and also to uh, clean up a bit in there. Now I arrive at my grandma's house at usually around quarter past 3. There I waited for my mom, and then whilst passing the time, I like to eat some food that is seblak, and also if I can, took some time to rest and sleep, take a nap. Now my mom usually got back at 4 sharp, at 4 o'clock. After my mom arrived, as I said before, she did some cooking for my aunts, for my cousins, and then she cleaned up. After that, we both got home. We both go home using my motorcycle again. Now, after about half past 4, we arrived back home in my house. I took a bath, changed my clothes, then I prayed the afternoon prayer, the third obligatory prayer. And usually after that, if I don't have any assignment, I just lie around my bed on my bed. I play my phone on my computer, and if there are assignments, I get right into it, so I don't have to do it later on. Later, at 6 o'clock in the evening, my father got back from his work, and I greeted him. After that, I rested again. I got back to resting again. I lay on my bed, play my phone again, and then at quarter past 6, I pray my evening prayer. That is the fourth obligatory prayer. And then again, I rested again until half past 7 at night, where I pray my night prayer, the final and the fifth and final obligatory prayer, ate dinner, and resting, and then I rested again. Sometimes my father needs some help to take care of things, for example the goose outside of my house, or my mom usually wants me to go outside to buy some groceries. But if they don't need anything, I just lay around again. Now, I don't do anything until 9 o'clock. If I don't have anything to do, I don't do anything special until 9 o'clock, where I brush my teeth, prepare my clothes for the next day, and then I turn on the air conditioner, and then I went to bed again. Now, that is my daily routines, but I also want to tell you about my likes and dislikes. Now, some of my likes and dislikes is that the first thing, I really like when I get to meet and talk to people who are smart in a certain subject that I am interested in. Speaking to them, talking to them can also make you smarter because they usually tell you things that you didn't know. The second thing is reading a good book. Now, I don't really read books because I don't really have the money to buy a book. So usually, when the book are free, they usually have a PDF file version of the book that I can read through my phones. Sometimes I also like to doom scroll through Instagram or my Twitter. The next thing I like is feedback and criticism about myself. So when people said to me that, "Oh, Sammy, you're very lazy. Sammy, you're not helping in our group discussion. Sammy, you're very thoughtful," and like that, I am not insulted by that. I took that as feedback and criticism on how I can do better the next time. So if you are watching and you are one of my classmates and you think and feel that I am not doing enough at, for example, at my group, sorry, at my for the group assignment, or maybe I talk some things that hurt your feelings, please do tell me because I am not going to be insulted, but I will apologize and I will try to do better the next time. And then the next one is when it rains. That's my favorite times of the day is when it rains. Whenever I am at school, at the university, at home, at my grandma's home, when it rains, it's always a good day because it got cold, and also I really like the sound of rain trickling down and hitting my rooftop. The next thing I like is playing games, of course, and then one of the things I like is sebelah. Now it's not usual for a male, you can say, to like seblak, but hey, I like seblak. It's very good. It's tasty. It's my favorite food of the day. If you don't like seblak, go try one. And also, uh, petting with cats. I am a cat person, you could say. Whenever there's a cat inside, I will greet him or her, them, and then try to pet the cat, play around with the cat. Yeah, the usual stuff. Then I would like to tell you about my dislikes. Now, dislike one of my dislikes is meeting with people who think they are smarter and more superior than the others. I do not like them a single bit. Even if I laugh and smile with them inside of my heart, I really hate them. Like who are you to say that you are smarter than this guy or that guy? Maybe you are smarter in a certain subject, but that doesn't mean that you are good for everything. They are usually very irritating, you could say. The second one that I dislike is sunny day. In Palembang City, where I live, sunny day usually means scorching hot day. So whenever it's sunny, it's always going to be like a death ray coming from the sun into earth and then trying to burn everything on its path. The third one is, of course, overthinking things. When I drive my motorcycle, I always took 3 times to look back or to look at my rear mirror, just in case that maybe I've accidentally uh, cut someone and that someone just fall from his motorcycle or something like that. Even though it never happens, I always overthink that it might happen. So whenever I think that I did something wrong or I cut off someone suddenly I pass by them, I won't I will stop and then turn around to check if the person's okay or if there are any accidents, you could say. And then the next one is people who plan things so suddenly. So for example, I was just chilling at my bed and then suddenly my friend is in front of my house. That thing is what I hate most, is that they didn't talk to me about it. They didn't plan anything to they didn't plan anything. They just show up, something like that. Or someone who suddenly just called me and say, hey, let's go out, or something like that. It's I think it's okay because maybe they are quite bored and wanted someone to play with. But I really dislike people who want to do things so suddenly, and especially if those plans are very heavy to do, you could say. And then the next one and last one, what I dislike is cold seblak. Now, cold seblak, no matter how expensive it is, if it's cold, it's disgusting. I'm going to say that it's disgusting. A cold seblak is disgusting. I once ate a seblak that is already 30 minutes on in a room sorry in a room temperature room, and it doesn't taste like seblak. It tastes like I am eating I'm not going to imagine it, but it's pretty gross. All right, that is my like and dislikes, and that's also my daily routines. Thank you for listening. I'm sorry if I pronounced something wrong or if I said something wrong or if you disagree with me on a certain things. Please do tell me about it. I end it with a wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.